Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn Paulus, and this is my final reflection for ECMP 355. Before this class, I had a lot of views on technology and education, but mainly that it had no place in my classroom unless it was Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. I think a lot of these views come from some negative high school experiences where my teachers threw a bunch of technology at us, but refused to help us learn how to use it, and if something crashed or if something went wrong, it wasn't their problem and it definitely wasn't their fault. I also have a love-hate relationship with technology. I love what it can do, but I hate not being able to use it good. When I started in this course, I was overwhelmed by all the technology available for us. I'd never had a blog before or used Twitter, and I had no idea how to incorporate any of it into my classroom. But now I have a lot more confidence in using education technology, and I'm looking forward to being able to incorporate it into my lesson plans. So what did I learn in ECMP 355? Well, for starters, I learned that technology does have a place in the classroom, and it can be a meaningful place as long as it has a purpose behind it. Looking back on all those negative high school experiences, it seems to me that many of my teachers were just using technology for the sake of technology. And this meant they really didn't understand how the technology they chose connected to their lessons. So it was up to the students to figure out how to make it work, as well as teaching themselves how to use the technology. I learned that technology can open up doors for both students and teachers if it is used correctly. And by this, I don't mean using technology for the sake of technology. If you just throw technology into any lesson plan without thinking of what it will do, it doesn't create a meaningful connection with the students and with what you're doing. Instead, in order for it to be a benefit for both the teachers and students, it needs to have a purpose and a goal behind it. The second thing I learned this semester was seeing social media as part of my personal learning network. The biggest surprise for me in this class was Twitter. I had had Twitter for a couple years before, but I never used it because I just saw it as another Facebook account where people went to look at pictures of funny cats or compare what they had for supper last night. But then out of curiosity, I started to search up education content terms, and I was so surprised by what I found. Now, instead of seeing Twitter as a place to look up funny pictures of cats or to see what my friends had for supper, I am starting to use it as a platform to develop my personal learning network. On Twitter, I have found everything from resources to blogs to advice and stories from teachers around the world, making it an ideal place to develop my personal learning. The third thing I learned this semester was building my digital citizenship. The reason I was so hesitant to use and engage on social media was that as a first year, I was told to delete my social media accounts like Facebook because teachers can't have them, and if I continue to use them, I'm never going to get a job. And as a first year, I agreed with this person and took those words to heart. But this semester, through my blogs and Twitter, I've realized how important and fun it is for educators to engage on social media, and especially how valuable it is when it's done correctly. Finally, this semester, I've learned about connecting with others through technology. The internet is an amazing place to share content and connect with others. And through things like blogs, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, these possibilities for sharing are almost endless. And it is through these endless possibilities which makes the prospect of a global learning community so exciting. Through technology, we have the ability to connect globally and locally in a massive learning environment. Each of us holds a piece of a puzzle, but we can only see as far as our own puzzle piece shows us. But when we factor in all the amazing people in our global learning community who have puzzle pieces of their own, together, we can create something that is more beautiful and more diverse than anything any of us could create on our own. Finally, this semester I've learned how important it is to teach our students the skills they need to participate in this global learning community, as well as things like digital citizenship and internet safety. Because once we allow our students to participate in this global learning community, their possibilities for learning expand exponentially, and they will have a much more global and much more diverse view of the world.